government might offer what's called a deferred prosecution agreement. And I'm just wanted to ask you if they offered that.
I'm not getting. I don't want to. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to let you know what it is.
Go ahead, yeah.
But yeah, we can absolutely just say, look, we don't want a plea offer. Please just give us a trial date. You know, that was my intention. But then it occurred to me, if the prosecution wanted to give you a deferred prosecution agreement, that means there's no trial, there's no plea, there's no guilty. What's called the DPA is where they say, you know what, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. Defendant, if you do X number of hours of community service, we will dismiss your case. And there will be no trial, there will be no pleading guilty, there will be no nothing like that. It just goes away. And they just say, you know, under the circumstances, we think a DPA is appropriate. And then if the person does the community service, the case gets dismissed. If for some reason the person doesn't do it, it just gets set for trial. If you are not interested in that, you know, then that's fine. We'll just say, give us a trial date. But I guess I didn't want to, you know, foreclose that. But what's your thought?
I don't want, I'm going to, fight this until whatever, because I mean, not guilty, my plea, okay. And whatever, if I can speak to if I can show up on the second visit or the second court date in person, I will, to speak to the judge in person and...
Well, that's what a trial is for.
Yeah.
You get a chance to testify at trial.
Yeah. Whatever. If it takes weeks and months on end, I'm gonna keep pleading not guilty, and I want to speak to the judge about what the circumstances is, about what's going on in my life right now that altered that very situation, what was going on.
Well, I mean, the talking to the judge would occur, like I said, when you get the opportunity to testify at trial.
Yeah.
You don't just have a conversation with the judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's fine. So if you're not interested in that situation or this deferred prosecution, then I won't bring it up. You know, I won't talk about that.
Not at all.
Give us a trial readiness. So what they do is like I said, they initially will probably just give us what's called a trial readiness hearing, and then that will be on video. But of course, when the trial actually occurs, which won't be till after the 1st of January. Because they're so backed up, then of course that'll be in person. So just hang in there today. This is just an extremely slow process of going through all these cases. So.
Would you say it's going to take another probably 30 minutes?
Yeah, it could. It could be an hour. It's so fucked up. I don't know what the order. There's no particular order in which they call the cases. So it's you just sit there and you're at their mercy. You know, it's really kind of lousy because there's. So.
Well, how this is very new to me. To me, it just seems kind of like a joke when it's like done. Like, this is a court. I mean, court is known to, do they only do video chats with?
No, it's all because of COVID.
Did they do video chats with serious?
Done this but for COVID.
So all this is going on. All these people are doing video courts because of COVID.
Correct.
And
when we get to the trial date, when you really want to say your piece, you'll be in person.
Are all these? This is also for serious crimes, or just like petty, small crimes like tickets?
Serious crimes. Absolutely, serious crimes.
There's like people with like attempted murder that got released because they had enough money and they're having video chats on it.
For the status hearings, yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Some people have had trials. Some people in some parts of the country have had trials because they don't want to have all the people exposed to COVID.
And they do the trials on video.
On video. It has happened. It has happened. Yeah. Not a jury trial, but of course, but yeah, some people have done it in parts of the country. Yes, it's crazy.
Well, currently in this circumstance, is there any questions you have? Because I can refresh your memory about.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. But we'll have plenty of time to prepare before the actual trial date.
Yeah.
Let's face it. This is much easier than having to come back and forth to DC for you. So this is good that you're on video just to set the date.
No, I mean I take this all very serious when I speak to a judge, and when if I can look at him directly or she
But today's not for speaking to the judge. We're just setting a date.
Yeah, that's fine. But my preference, I'll take a plane and I'll fly all over to Washington D.C. to see the judge in person, and speak.
You will have to be there in person for the trial date. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And how much time will the judge give me to speak to them? Will they just ask certain questions?
That's when you get on the witness stand.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I want to do.
I
want to get on the witness stand and speak to the judge and the whole 10 yards. Yeah.
During a trial, they have to present their case first. The government has to present their case. They have to present witnesses.
Yeah, the whole 10 yards.
It's our turn.
The whole 10, the whole 10 yards.
They have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. And then when the government finishes presenting their evidence,
when the government
gets their turn.
When the government places their evidence, how do they choose a jury? Did they have like
There's no jury trial in this case. We're not entitled to a jury.
That's right.
It's not because it's only a 180-day maximum penalty. We just get a judge trial. Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, I'm willing to take the risk to, for whatever it is.
You know what, though? You know what? Hold on. The law went into effect within the past couple of months.
What
new law went into effect? Okay. And this new law says that if anybody is charged with assaulting a law enforcement officer, then they are entitled to a jury trial. So, this just occurred to me. The person who is the alleged victim in your case, I believe, is a special. Well, the question is he? I have to determine if he's private security or special, what they call a special police officer.
The guy looked like he was
not a.
I was going to say, the guy looked like he was wearing a Halloween costume police outfit. That's what it looked like. He looked like he went over to the Halloween store, picked it up for $10, and then shows up, and was what it looked like. It didn't look like, and they
SPO. It says he's what's called an SPO. An SPO is a special police officer, and it actually is a legally defined as a law enforcement officer. So actually, when this happened, had we gone to trial 6, 7, 8 months ago, you would not have been entitled to a jury trial. But I believe under this new law, which was just recently passed after the whole George Floyd thing, we probably can assert our right. If you choose to have a jury trial, you can get one.
If there is a possibility of you said the new law that just got set, and I can go and ask the judge and do the whole. I mean, even if more than 10 yards is possible, to go ahead and ask for a trial. That's exactly what, because I want to be.
I'll bring that up.
I'm going to a trial with a jury and the whole deal. Like I'm ready with words to speak to the judge and speak to the jury and trial and
jury trial.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any evidence, because if I get the jury trial and I speak to and I get to fly out to Washington D.C. to see the judge up front. Yeah, well, if I'm there, I'm gonna be bringing all sorts of evidence, every bit of everything that is solid concrete about. Because even in the circumstances that I'm in right now, I just find it very ridiculous. Not that I'm disrespecting the court, but to understand that people are doing video chats, and the court doesn't really know what circumstances those people are in. But yeah, I know. But the idea that when you walk into court and there's a judge and a jury and police officers, that's a very safe environment for
police officers there today.
Well, just the idea that it's a courtroom where it's a safe place where a defendant can defend himself properly without being altered by other circumstances and environments. Like I'm in circumstances right now, I got 6, 7 people threatening me and harassing me and bothering me and altercating the ability for me to be able to defend myself. And they're not concerned about anything else other than their selfish needs. I mean, these pigs are just laying around doing nothing but bothering me, listening to what my court is information, and then they'll use it. Once I get off the phone, they'll start threatening me. They'll start saying all sorts of shit to me. and I don't want any part of it. You know, I got this one guy, he's walking around like he thinks he's Jesus or some shit, and telling me I need to worship, you know, and they start plunging themselves at me. I got another one that looks like he has terminal cancer.
What location are you in now?
Huh?
What location are you in now?
I'm in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm in a homeless shelter right now.
Okay. Are you in a room in the shelter?
I'm in the living room. In the living room.
Common area.
Yeah, and as you know, you can see me on video.
I did before.
Oh, well, the idea that I'm in the circumstance right now is that these people and these hidden cameras that are all over the place are telling these and dispatching these people to come at me for whatever reasons. I had people that were bringing up the court, you know, information to me just a few days ago, and they do this because they don't want me to be able to defend myself when you're altercating.
In this hearing, when I say that we're likely to be requesting a jury trial, they're probably going to give us an date with a different courtroom. This D.C. Superior Court is very slow, so you're just going to have to kind of like go with the flow.
I mean, it'll definitely be a miracle, you know, at least on my hand, to be able to get a jury trial. I mean, if I can get a jury trial,
it's going to be a while, but yeah.
that's fine. And I'm willing to risk the 180 days in jail or whatever it is, just so that I can get a trial situation. Because, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, I've filmed and I've posted over 3,000 videos on the internet of every circumstance that I've been in. I've had police officers, you know, the whole 10 yards, everything. There isn't any comfortable circumstance that I'm in. I mean, like I said, they right now know that I'm speaking to the judge. Right now, they know that I'm speaking, you know. Look, and when I say, when I tell you that it is safe whenever you walk into a court for an individual for whatever crime that they ever committed, that defendant, even in the worst crimes, and the individual is not being altered by certain circumstances, even in handcuffs and a jail outfit, but he's able to speak on behalf in a comfortable setting. I'm 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes before I get waiting for the judge to speak into our plea, they make me shit myself. I have to run to the restroom.
Okay.
That's like using a weapon against somebody to not be able to. You know, it's just like holding somebody hostage.
Well, let's get
it's
back
just
to
like
the hearing. There's no point. We'll have time to talk about it later, but let's hopefully your name's going to get called soon, and then we'll deal with this. Okay? I gotta get off the phone and get back into the hearing.
so.
We'll talk after.
All right.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.